FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
I think with Iran in particular, there were two main events that happened, and very often people overlap and misinterpret what went on. The first, obviously, was the fact that the elections happened, and whether the elections were rigged or not, and whether there was popular sentiment in people who felt that it was, those who voted for Ahmadinejad versus those who voted for Mousavi. And the second is the regime's clampdown on protesters. Definitely these two events are linked, but there's a clear distinction in the type of messages that were coming out on Twitter. In a study by Harvard University, it was quite interesting to see the breakdown of the internet population in Iran. And this is where, if you look, it says information, taking away the noise and putting context. Context is probably the most important thing that we can do when we're dealing with social media. And if you start mining through the information and the report from Harvard University, you'll see that out of a population of 60 million, over 60 million people in Iran, approximately half of those are online. Majority of those who are online come from the pro-Mousavi supporters, not necessarily Ahmadinejad supporters, who are the poorer people. Out of that, what percentage of those people are online and tweeting and on social networks? Roughly 1,000 people. Out of that, we then need to look at the location of these people, what are their background. Most of them were based in Tehran, where the protests happened. And it gives you a good and better clear sense of the type of information and the flow of information that's coming out. As the protests happened and the government started clamping down, we at Al Jazeera were monitoring roughly 60 accounts that we were able to substantially verify that were coming out of Iran. But as the media and the government started taking off networks and making it more difficult for people to get online, that number dropped to only 6 accounts. 6 people, roughly, we were able to verify information coming out of Tehran. So how reflective is that really of this popular sentiment of the people? That's a question for the viewers to put out. And that's where the role of journalism comes in. It's to take the information, filter through the noise. I think a report by Mashable quoted that in one day, 250,000 messages came out with the hashtag Iran election. But the vast majority of that were people talking either about the CNN fail or, we need to support the people of Iran and what's going on in there. And once you start digging deeper, then you can get a much better representation.